Here we have a 2010 Freightliner 4-door cab. For a body, it's a top-mount 1,000-gallon pumper. This has been custom built for the Miscouche Fire Department in Prince Edward Island. You'll notice that the 4-door cab has seating for 5 firefighters, 4 of them having SCBA seats, and the seats are from Bostrom. The light package is a federal light package that meets ULC. On the hood there are 2 starter tone air horns mounted on either side, and there is a remote control spotlight on the hood. 4-inch reflective stripe all around the vehicle, 4-inch on the front, and then 1-inch, 4-inch, and 1-inch on the side. The engine is a Cummins ISC 330 horsepower engine and has an Allison 3000 EBS transmission. The chassis steps have LED lights mounted underneath each surface to meet the ULC requirements. The body style is intermediate compartments on both sides, and it's a transverse panel with storage at the end of each walkway for the transverse panel. There's also a step mounted on each side of the pump house to allow easier reloading of the 2 cross lays mounted on top of the pump house. The pump is a Darley 1050 imperial gallon per minute pump. The unit has a Foam Pro 2001 foam system with dual 20-gallon foam cells. It has a Class 1 total pressure governor. There's 2 2.5 discharges on the right and 2 2.5 discharges on the left, and then 2 2.5s on the back. The doors are Amdor roll-up doors. There's 2 1500 imperial gallon porta tanks made by Metalfab on manual fold-down racks. There are 4 SCBA tubes mounted in the rear fender wells. At the back of the truck, you'll notice it has the NFPA 1901 reflective striping. There is a full height cabinet on the rear, and it houses a 6-inch fitting for rear suction. And there is 2 suction hose tubes underneath the T of the tank, and 2 adjustable hose bed dividers. On this 1,000-gallon pumper, it's a top mount panel. All stepping surfaces are grip strut, so that it meets the ULC requirement for non-slip surfaces. There's a compartment at each side of the walkway for extra storage. Every compartment is vented. With this Darley pump, there is a 6-inch suction on each side of the pump, and each of them are gated. The left side is electric controlled, while the right side is a manual control. At the top portion of the pump house, there are 2 crosslays with an aluminum deck plate cover, and there's tarps at each end to prevent hoses from coming out while going down the road. There is a step mounted at the middle portion of the pump house to allow easy access of reloading the crosslays. There's a pump access door on each side, and at the middle portion of the pump house. The front compartment has a pull-out tray, and it has a cylinder to lock it in the open and the closed position. This is also the compartment where the 12-volt wiring is located for easy access. There are 2 wheel chocks mounted underneath the body. There is a small compartment over the rear wheels with 2 SCBA tubes underneath. The porta tank, it's a manual flip-down porta tank rack, and it's a 1500 imperial gallon porta tank manufactured by Metalfab. The rear compartment has a pull-out tray and an adjustable shelf. On the back portion of the truck, the rear compartment has a tube that will house one 24-foot 3-section ladder and a 12-foot roof ladder. Also, it has a rear suction. The suction hoses are mounted underneath the T of the tank, and these are for 6-inch 10-foot length suctions. On the other side, there's another 6-inch suction storage tube, and there is a storage area for 2 pike poles and the attic ladder. On the right side of the truck, it's a mirror image from the left side truck. So this truck carries 2 1,500 Imperial gallon porta tanks. Here we have a top mount panel made for the Miscouche Fire Department. On the upper portion of the panel, there is the foam controls for a Foam Pro 2001 system, the 4.5 inch intake and discharge pump gauges. This unit has a Class 1 total pressure governor. It is a ULC tested truck. It has a water level gauge. As well, it has Whelen PS tank level gauges mounted on each side of the body to allow the incident commander to determine how much water he has while on scene. The electric gated manual intake valve for the left side, the control is mounted at the pump panel. Each discharge has a control with a gauge mounted close, and there are color coded for easier identification. And the lock in the open and closed position at any portion. This unit has a Darley primer and an electric gated valve for the rear suction, and the remainder of the control.